$10,000 in debt. Sounds scary, right? Credit cards, a personal loan, a little bit of "I deserve this" spending, and boom, I was in over my head. I learned some weird but effective strategies that I'm sharing with you today. The budget makeover, aka my money glow up. Step 1 was creating a budget. But not just any budget, a realistic budget. You know, the kind that doesn't assume I'm going to live on ramen noodles forever or completely give up my occasional latte. Here's the trick. I used what I call the reality check method. It all started with a brutal week of tracking every single dollar I spent. Turns out, I was dropping a cool $200 a month on random Amazon finds and way too much takeout sushi. Then I categorized my spending. Essentials, rent, bills, groceries, wants, streaming services, dining out, and that overpriced gym membership I swore I'd use more often. Savings. This became my new best friend. I reallocated my wants budget toward debt and created what I called my fun fund, a small weekly allowance for guilt-free splurges. You gotta keep it realistic, or you'll give up halfway through. The side hustle experiment. Because who doesn't want extra cash? Next, I went all in on side hustles. But not your standard ones. I wanted to try weird, creative ways to make money. Here's what I did. First, selling my clutter. I turned my junk closet into a mini treasure trove. Everything got listed on eBay. And guess what? People actually bought it. I raked in a solid $600 in just 2 months. Next up, pet sitting. I signed up for a pet sitting app, and within a week, I was getting paid $30 a day to play fetch with golden retrievers and snuggle with fluffy kittens. My final side hustle experiment? Freelancing quirky, attention-grabbing bios for dating profiles. The key takeaway here? You don't need one massive side hustle to make a difference. It's all about stacking a few smaller gigs that fit into your schedule. And just like that, I had an extra $500 to $700 rolling in each month, going straight towards crushing my debt. The snowball effect, but make it fun. Now, let's talk debt payoff strategies. I went with the classic debt snowball method. You list out all your debts from smallest to largest, regardless of interest rates. Then, you focus on annihilating that smallest debt first, while making minimum payments on everything else. Once that first debt bites the dust, you take the money you were throwing at it and roll it into the next, smallest debt. But here's where I added my own twist. I treated every debt like a mini-boss in a video game. Credit card? Level 1 boss. Personal loan? Level 2 boss. That sneaky store credit card I swore I'd never use. Final boss. Every time I conquered a level, I rewarded myself with a small, budget-friendly celebration. When I vanquished my first debt, a measly but mighty $500 credit card balance, I celebrated by buying a $10 coffee mug that says, "I like my debt like my coffee." The no-spend week, aka financial detox. This next strategy is a bit controversial, but it worked wonders for me. I started incorporating into my routine. For 7 days, I challenged myself to not buy anything that wasn't absolutely essential. No spontaneous takeout dinners, no random trips to the grocery store for snacks, no online shopping. I'll be honest, the first time was rough, but I survived. And you know what? I saved $150 that week. By the end of the week, I felt empowered. It was like hitting the reset button on my spending habits. Start small. Try a no-spend weekend before diving into a full week. Negotiating like a pro, even for bills. Here's a little secret nobody tells you. You can negotiate almost anything. I started by tackling my internet bill. I mustered up my best "I'm a loyal customer and I deserve a discount" voice and called my provider, asking if they could lower my rate. And guess what? It worked. They knocked $30 off my monthly bill. Emboldened by my success, I even negotiated with my landlord. Moral of the story? Closed mouths don't get discounts, people. I even tried negotiating to lower the interest rate on my credit card. Okay, that one didn't work out so well. The point is, don't be afraid to ask. You never know what kind of deals or discounts you might score by simply picking up the phone and having a conversation. Automate everything, so I don't mess it up. Once I got the hang of my budget, I automated as much as possible. Minimum credit card payments? Automated. Extra debt payments? Automated. Savings? You guessed it, automated. Basically, if I could set it and forget it, I did. It ensured that I stayed on track with my goals, even when I was tempted to splurge on a triple-shot latte. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Here's the thing about paying off debt. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Like the time my car needed a $600 repair, or when I ordered $50 worth of takeout because I was too tired to cook. It happens. We're human, not robots. But instead of letting those setbacks derail my progress, I learned to focus on celebrating the wins, no matter how small. Every time I hit a milestone, like paying off my first $1,000, I acknowledged it. By the time I paid off the full $10,000, I threw a little debt-free party, on a budget of course. If I can do it, so can you.